this is a limited public forum, and they accept tax dollars. He said that to us. It's all they do accept tax dollars. Waiting on the cops right now, guys. We stepped out mainly because I have court on Monday or Tuesday.
Well, also it's just respectful.
Yeah.
You know, it's always good to go ahead and just, if they're gonna call, step out to de-escalate the situation and try to handle it. You know, I'm not gonna run though. Never run.
Never run.
I'm gonna let everybody get in here before I.
Dude, this is the oldest free public library in continuous operation in Texas. Established and endowed in 1900.
Look, the oldest free public library in continuous operation in Texas, right? You can see right here, guys.
What's up, Steve?
Oldest free public library, right? Well, I went into this building, and wait till y'all see the static footage of this shit. First, there was an employee. He has a freak out, right? After the employee has a freak out, he goes and gets some other manager guy. I forget all their labels, but I got all the information. I have cards and stuff for the static video. I'll post everything. Then, after that, you know, we pretty much went from a dude verbally like just triggered, Darren going off, and he's like, "You can't take pictures in here, turn off the cameras, turn them off now," freaking out. And I was like, no. Then he called some manager guy. Manager guy said, "Okay, you can do it," the director said, "but you got to fill out this form." Then I was like, "No sir, I'm not filling out a form to ask permission for freedom of press." I'm walking around. He goes, "Well, you can't do any commercial filming." I'm like, "Well, does this look fucking commercial? I got a cell phone and a handheld Canon," right? And then so essentially it gets all the way to the point to where they think we can't record, but then I ended up breaking it down for him, I think to where he got it through his head, you know, to de-escalate him. I gave him my email address. I told him, "Here, man, shoot me an email. My name is Ninja News. You know, check me out." You know, like I tried to de-escalate him, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, no stress. Go ahead and go take your pictures, you know, and appreciate you talking," pretty much. So we start walking around. We're doing all of our pictures. A lot of sweet history in this building, guys. A lot of sweet history. I cannot wait to show you some of these pictures I got. We're in the final room right here in this corner where this window is. We're in the final room, which is a quiet area. Getting on last of our pictures of an American flag and some Purple Heart, some different medals. While we're in there, the dude comes around the corner, panicking. I mean, he was hyperventilating through his mask. You'll see this thing suck all the way into his mouth and then blows it out while he's exhaling. I mean, like every breath, he is hyperventilating through the mask, telling me, this is limited public forum. Our attorneys said that you can't be here, and we're calling the cops on you if you refuse to turn off your cameras. And I told him I'm not turning off my cameras, but I stood there and waited for him to make the phone call, and then I respectfully stepped outside to make sure that, you know, they're not trying to say that I antagonized the situation, because it does say part of their, I went through their policies and procedures of filming in here, and it says not for commercial use, as long as you're not filming, as long as you're not causing a disturbance, as long as you're not in restricted areas, is pretty much all it says. We're not doing commercial. I wasn't even trying to film the patrons. I was just getting pictures of the walls, the art, and the building. I'm here getting pictures of historical buildings today. We're in Galveston, guys, for everybody. I'll stop jabbering and say hi. Hey, Becky, Miss Bees, New York Tyrant Hunter, what's up? Leon, Blue Line Watcher, We the People, you, Melissa, Jason, not me, Prairie, Canada, DVD, everybody in here, Innocent, much love, brother. Everybody in here, if I didn't say your name, I apologize. Much love. Much appreciation for y'all coming on in and joining us today. This library has just failed. They've called the police department on us. So I am respectfully waiting for them to show up right at this sign that clearly states that this is a public library. Right here, you see? This is the oldest free public library in continuous operation in Texas. And so this is a piece of history here, guys, that I'm trying to take pictures of. And the employees have just completely disrespected me, threatened me with arrest, threatened to call the cops. All for just trying to take a picture of a historical building. Yeah, free public library. This is the Rosenberg Library in Galveston, Texas, guys. If you would like to redress, this is the Rosenberg Library.
This is the public Rosenberg Library here in Galveston, Texas.
Remember, you have the right to redress. If you'd like to, actually, I have a card here.
Did you get the business card?
I have a business card for the director of this building. Is there anybody in the chats that would like to know who runs this place? Give me one.
Oh, I gave you the yellow piece of paper.
Give me 1 second.
It's part of the Galveston County Library System.
Give me 1 second here, guys. I have it. Public information request I did today.
Got a bunch of good videos.
I owned some federal agents earlier, guys. Y'all are really gonna like that one. Oh, here it is. All right, so Michael C. Miller, this is the executive director of this building at 2310 Sealy Street, Galveston, Texas. Phone number 409-763-8854.
If any of my mods could put that in the chat. Miss Good Citizen, could you put this phone number in the chat?
Here's the guy, the director of the building, that just walked up to me panicking and threatened us for taking pictures in public. He was shaking, panicking, and screaming at me in a quiet room that I had just been informed to be quiet, and then he came in screaming at me.
What's the phone number again?
Phone number is 409-763-8854. If you'd like to redress, please do so peacefully. But know that these people seem to think that you can't take pictures in public and limited public forums. See, it comes down to when it's limited public forum, it's time, place, and manner. Here we have a constable.
Absolutely not the Lord. Oh, that was gonna be for us, but no.
When they come, I want them to be right here next to this sign so I can show them. And this is a freaking public library. No, guys, that it's crazy because I had already taken pictures of the entirety of this whole insides.
Yeah, we were literally about to leave.
And so y'all are still gonna get the full tour even though they completely failed in the end. It started bad, then it got better, and then it ended with a miserable fail. So y'all are gonna get to watch all that static footage. It is freaking insane. Pretty much right now, guys, I have y'all live with me because the cops are on the way. I listened to them make the phone call, and then I stepped outside to wait for the response. Now, if they respond, who knows? I will give them about, the same time I always give officers, around 20, 30 minutes. And if they don't show, I'm gonna move on to the next freaking building, and then I'll be coming right back here day after day after day until they get it through their head. And there's ways over the years of doing this, guys, I've come to find, I can sit in there, it'll make a bunch of people upset. Arguments will prevail in the situation. It won't be any sensible conversation if I stay standing in there. So I walk out, they call the cops, I walk out. If the cops come, the cops come. If the cops don't come, the cops don't come, and I'm guessing they learned their lesson. And
I guess after this, we're gonna have to go to the Galveston County Tax Office and see how much funds comes to this building. Because they said they accept tax funding, so they accept public funds. If they're gonna throw the public out like this, they don't need to get my money.
I'm gonna ask this guy that called the that he got to call the cops for us.
Yeah. The supporter.
Yeah. So this guy that I'm about to film, he's a supporter. Are they on the way?
Yes, sir.
They are?
They said they were sending me.
Cool. Thank you. I just don't want to be out here waiting. It's crazy. Right here on this plaque, it says this is the oldest public library in Texas. And he's trying to say it's not a public library.
Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate it, brother. Queen, come out and watch.
So that guy right there, he's a supporter. When we walked in, he was like, hey, I watch those videos, but on the low, you know, he didn't want to mess up his job, obviously, guys. But he is a supporter. But the building director made him call the cops on us. He said there's a unit on the way.
Somebody told me in the chat that the Galveston County Library System, there's one right there.
Here he is.
There he is. All right, guys, we got contact.
Here we go. How's it going?
Good.
Hey, I guess there's some confusion with this director here. There's a sign right here that says this is the oldest public library in Texas, and so it's open to the public.
Yeah, I know it's a historic.
Yeah, and so I was in there.
Building anyway.
Yeah, I'm in there trying to get historic. I'm going to all the historic buildings.
They talk.
And-
Who is it? You talked to the director?
Yeah, at first he said, "Oh yeah, you're good to go around and take pictures." I gave him my email, my name.
Inside or outside?
Inside. And then while I was walking around inside, I guess he went and looked at my YouTube channel, found out that sometimes I publish things and they might look bad. You know,
You taking still pics or video?
Both.
Did he like
both.
differentiate between?
There's no difference. I got them to pull up their policy for me, and it says as long as it's not commercial use and as long as I'm not creating a disturbance, then it's completely fine for me to take
Is your
pictures.
YouTube page?
It's not
revenue
commercial.
Generating. Well, I mean, is it your business?
It's still
Is it
not
like-
commercial.
Is it your livelihood?
There's a
though?
difference between commercial and that.
Is it your livelihood?
It doesn't matter. It's if we have free
Here's
press.
the thing. You're outside. You're free. Anything you can see outside, general public, you're free to take videos.
Well,
and
I'm allowed to
photos.
take pictures inside.
Well,
I
my
need you to
thing
clear
is,
that up for him.
I can't tell the director what he. I'll gladly go talk to him, but I can't give him.
You know what we
an
do.
Order.
You know what this is,
of-
right?
Well, I don't know you personally.
No, I'm just saying. You've seen
but
videos like this that people.
I see stuff. I'm not a big internet guy, but I mean I've seen different people do random videos.
And so, like,
stuff.
what I don't want it to push to is where I have to stand my ground, get arrested, and then sue the county.
Well,
That's where I don't want it to go.
Here's the deal. I mean I don't.
You see what I'm
I
saying?
have to
I'm
go
trying
talk to him and hear what he said or what his issue is.
Yeah. And look at the policy,
But
because if you act, then it's going to be you on the.
listen, here's what I can tell you. I can do. Talk to him. I can't tell the director.
But you can't inform them that a limited
what-
public forum, they
I-
can't violate
I
my rights.
Well, I would tell him that anything that's
Because you're the law
free for
enforcement.
public viewing, you can also take a picture of it.
Could you please
You
tell
don't
him
have a
that?
right to privacy, something that you're showing out in the open.
Exactly.
But as far as I cannot dictate to him
So if he
who's
wants us-
allowed.
if
Like I
he
said,
wants us-
even though it's a public library, just like a store, the general public goes in there. If they choose that they don't want someone in their
That's
store,
privately owned.
That's private.
I can't make them.
So that's way different. That's
It's
private.
Just like going to the police
Well,
department. You
here's the
tell me I
thing.
can't take
I will
videos.
gladly go talk to him. I just can't tell him specifically he has to let somebody in to do a certain thing.
Like, you know that we
I
can
have
take-
I have to know his issues.
Just a question.
I don't have a side on it other than I can't make him let somebody.
Well,
in.
then it's gonna fall on
He'll
him.
have to stand on his own ground, and you could file a complaint. But I couldn't do that. If he says you're not allowed in there,
Can you trespass me from
even though-
public without breaking the law?
Yes, you can, well,
Without breaking the
well,
law.
Listen.
If I'm not
By-
breaking the law and you
listen to what
trespass
just
me,
said. By nature, you can be trespassing in a public place depending on the details. I have to go talk to him. I can't give you a ruling
it comes to time, place, and manner.
without talking to
I know
both
the
sides.
I know the specifics.
I would hope that there would be a simple resolve without anybody having to.
All right, so
get in
Myers,
jail.
I want to tell you
But
this.
listen,
I did my homework real quick. I heard you out. I did my homework before I came here. I did my
All
homework.
I'm telling you is that, but without knowing both sides of the story, I will go talk to him. But if he says he doesn't want to allow you in there, now maybe for whatever reasons he'll allow you in there if he doesn't think you're filming or something. I don't know what his deal is.
That is discrimination.
But
You just said he'll let me in if I'm not filming.
I don't know. No, I told you I haven't talked to him.
But if he
I'm
says
saying
yes,
that
he'd let
might
me
be
in
one
without
of his
filming,
things.
that's
But what I'm
discrimination.
saying is, I cannot make him allow you in there. As the director, they set their rules. Now,
And you would be willing to make an arrest, a false arrest, if he said I was trespassing, even though I broke no law.
we'll see how that goes. I can't give you a final
Okay.
answer without having
So this,
talked to both sides of the story here.
so you know that we can take pictures in the police department lobby, right?
Sure, the lobby's open to the public.
And same thing with here. So I need you to explain that to him, whether he wants us there or not. It's not up to him if he wants us there.
Always some subjective detail.
As long as we're not breaking the law.
I don't know.
As long as we're not breaking
But
the law.
I cannot generalize. Maybe
He can't say, I don't like the way that guy looks, get him out of here.
I'm not trying to split hairs with you that.
You know,
If you're
if it's
trying,
only about
listen,
this,
if you're trying to be controversial for
No,
the
sir.
sake of it, then
No,
I'm
sir.
not going to get into that with you.
no, sir. I'm asking for help.
I would gladly go find his side of the deal.
I'm asking for
I mean,
help.
Obviously, you've gotten some footage already. You had no reason to like get his alarm up.
We were
know.
done. He told us we could take pictures, and we were in the last room, and we were about to walk out, and then he
Well,
freaked
listen,
out.
He didn't take your video, did he? Did you delete anything?
He can't. That would have been assault and theft.
But if
And
you're
destruction of
done,
property.
Then it's a finished issue. You already got what you want. I'll go talk to him. I want to hear
I'm
what
not
his-
done because I want
wanna
him
go hear what his
educated that
side is.
I don't want the next
But
photographer that comes to try
You
to take
only want
us.
to do more because he said not to, though.
Exactly.
Well, that's
When someone
where
tells me I
drugs
can't do
people
something, then I'm gonna do it. You know, if someone tells you you can't
Let me go
exercise
talk
your free
to him. Like I
speech.
said, I can't give you any answers. I just got here. I've heard one person's side of the story.
All right. Well,
I'll go talk to him.
Officer Myers, I hope you do what's right. We got hundreds of people watching you live on the internet
But
today.
I'll tell you this: I'm not going to be dictated of what I do by one side or the other. I'm going to let the details fall. That's the way it's supposed to be. But I'll gladly go talk to him. Like I said, I haven't pulled up here. It hasn't been 5 minutes.
They said
So
they're a city
let
attorney
me go-
that said that I
Let me
couldn't
go
take
see
pictures
what the
because-
rest of the story.
because it
There's
was
always
limited.
more to it than what somebody sees on
All
the
right,
surface.
do your
all right?
investigation. Let me know what you find out.
Pull over.
All right, guys. So as you can see, this cop, you can tell he does not want to make actions on us for the ignorance of this library. So, I'm trying to think of the best way to handle this situation without involving the county, because I don't want to have to just get this officer to arrest me just so I can sue the county. I need these people to get educated, and the only way I'm going to get these people educated is with multiple visits, emails, and y'all can call that phone number and possibly educate them yourselves. Simmons v. United States, 390 U.S. 377, 1968. The claim and exercise of a constitutional right can't be converted into a crime, and denial of them would be a denial of due process of law.
He's on the phone. He's making-
Golan versus Lightfoot, 364 U.S. 155, 1966. City also, and Smith v.
What's up, Special Ed?
All right, constitutional rights would be of little value if they could be indirectly denied.
And as the director said earlier, I wish I could play back the footage, man, and just show y'all this fucking idiot in there says, yes, we accept public funding, and we are a public forum, but you can't take video of it. And then he freaks out in the quiet area.
Yeah, I know you. No, I base a lot of my ways. I try to learn from Rogue and people with good ways of dealing with stuff. I like Rogue Nation's way of dealing with it. You know, if they want to threaten me with arrest, if they want to tell me I have to leave, you know, I'll do that, and just follow up with the proper paperwork and change them one piece of paper at a time.
Let's see what unit number it is.
What's the director look like? Just so I know who the
He's
blue
shorter
shirt.
with a mask, kind of bald.
Oh, we got a bowl cut.
Yeah,
Okay.
the thing that we're going to be using, if needed, is Simmons versus the United States, 390 USC. It says that the claim and exercise of a constitutional right cannot be converted into a crime. And so if I'm just exercising my rights and they try to make it like trespassing or something.
Let me go talk to him for you. Don't
Okay.
let nobody steal the car, all right?
Yes, sir.
News Now News on YouTube, buddy.
Yeah, I see y'all on YouTube.
You watch us on YouTube?
Awesome, brother. Hey, you have a great day.
Thanks for the support, brother.
Y'all need to get them old guys, police, they ain't about shit.
Yeah, I know. He said we need to get them because they ain't about shit. The officer asked me to make sure no one steals his car.
What's up, Jason, Randy?
And this is their saying out here, protect with respect.
Yep. See, the thing is they're not legally obligated to protect.
He's just gonna go in the back room. There's no reason for me to follow him in. You know how they do, guys. They're gonna go in the back room. He did call him back up though. We have a secondary unit arriving.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. He's just driving by maybe.
That's the one with the CAD number. 2009.
Car
wonder if
number
that looks-
2009.
That kind of looks like your buddy.
No,
No? You don't think that's...
I don't think that's Childs. Childs, if you're in here, leave me a comment. He's coming.
I recognize it. Somewhere. We already did that.
Gentlemen know where the other officer is?
Yeah, he went inside real quick to talk to the director for us to try to clear things up because the director's kind of just mistaken, I think.
They called on y'all?
Yeah, he thinks this is a private building.
Okay.
And it says right here, it's the oldest, go check it out, the oldest free public library in Texas. So I was coming to get some historical pictures.
Were they
And-
up there telling you can't?
Well, at first they told us we couldn't, and then we got around to the director, and he was like, "You can just get your pictures and send us an email or something." And I was like, "Cool." And then we were at the end of our tour, getting pictures of the last room, and then he came storming in, panicking, and was like, "This is a limited public forum. You can't take pictures here." And I was like, "Sir, you just answered your own question. This is a limited public forum. I can take pictures." And they're trying to argue that it's commercial, but I'm not a commercial business, like I don't have a 401k,
Right.
I mean, I or whatever it is that commercial businesses have.
Yeah,
So-
we're not making a movie. We're just taking pictures in public.
Yeah, getting pictures of the signage and
Cool.
whatever kind of areas.
Limited public forums
You can-
subject themselves to time, place, and manner, which time being normal business hours, place being in public areas, and manner exercising our rights.
Respectfully not causing a disturbance.
Sure, yeah.
We try to be
Let's
respectful.
go talk to him. And
Yeah, he came in screaming at us, and we're hoping to just clear it up, because if we can just go in and get the last pictures of the room before we were rudely interrupted, we're literally done. We just need pictures of the last room.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll see how it goes, y'all. We got 237 in here watching, 128 thumbs ups, guys. Y'all know the game. Let's get those numbers to match up. Oh yeah, I'm sure his camera's on. They have a ton of cameras in there, guys. Ton of cameras. Oh man, wait, while we're waiting on this, I'll tell you all a little funny story. Today, I don't want to ruin too much of it because I'll be releasing the video tonight. But I had a couple of federal agents come up to me today and try to act tough. "You can't be here. This is private." You know the game. And I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but I will tell you that I made these dudes about face in about 30 seconds. It was beautiful. What's up, James Madison? What's up? How you doing today, brother? Good Citizen Media, Patrick, Stanley, Johnny, Golden State. Much love, everybody. Queen City, Monica. Hope everybody's having a blessed day today. This guy right here is a supporter. He keeps driving by. He's this guy in this taxi. He's a supporter. He watches us on YouTube, and so he keeps doing the block so he can get the live show. It's pretty cool to see. I like supporters when they come out. But yeah, it has been an epic day today, guys. I have a federal building video for you. We got obviously this library video. Oh my Lord, this is the worst library visit I've ever been through in my life. It's just, I try to be respectful. I try to get everything done without any damages. Try to be as smooth as possible, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Rushing things and screaming and getting hot-headed just never fixes anything. So I'm gonna try to handle this through the proper angles. Now, if these cops come out and say, hey, if I go in there, they've asked me not to come back in. If I go in there, I'll be under arrest. Then, at that point, it's gonna come down to that director's gonna be in deep shit for using the color of law to threaten me because I was exercising rights. So we'll see. Using officers to impede my freedoms, it's not going to look very good for this director. And by the way, for all you guys that are just getting in, this is the director, Michael Miller. Phone number 409-763-8854.
Any mods in the
If you
chat?
want to go ahead and educate these guys and let them know that they're making a huge mistake live on the internet, feel free to. But if you do so, please do so peacefully.
Hey, Ninja, could I get the card real quick so one of my mods can drop the number in the chat? Thanks, brother. Here's the phone number. If any of my mods can drop that number in the chat. It is 409-763-8854.
Here we are.
And then if you need the extension,
With a
it's
rare
114.
good citizen news in his natural habitat.
The wild man.
He's got his cameras. We're outside of a public building.
Thank you. Here you go, buddy.
And inside, the crocodiles are lurking.
Do you have that yellow piece of paper too? That long piece? Because that even says it's part of the Galveston County Library system.
Yeah, right here.
Right on the top.
Right here, guys. You can see Galveston County Library Systems. Whoop, there they are. Rosenberg.
And that's where we're at right now, the Rosenberg Library.
Voila. And these people think that public photography is illegal. They have called the police. We have 2 officers inside, hopefully on the phone with their attorney, educating them that they're about to get themselves up in a bundle of shit here, trying to limit people's freedom. I don't know if they just like their phone ringing off the hook, or if they enjoy negative feedback from the society of people that, you know, like. But no, guys, I've been born and raised out here. I've been coming to Galveston since I was born. I live less than an hour away, you know, about an hour or so away. And depending on which one of my friends is driving. And it's just sad to me, you know, because I came out here my whole childhood on vacation, coming to the beach, checking out all these old buildings with my family. There's a lot of cool historic houses and like castles around this area, huge areas with badass history. And you know, I've come through here and checked out all this history over and over, and it just seems like this past 5-6 years, guys, everything is just, everybody is so afraid of nothing now. And I feel like it's because it's been just constantly played through video and audio. Be worried about this and be worried about that, be worried about this. Like, it's just all the news is, that's all they've been doing for ever, is be worried about this, be worried about that. And so it made everybody eventually just become super paranoid, I guess. This is the Rosenberg Library. Hoping these 2 officers educate. That this is a public library, and if they tell me I can't film in it, then they'll be receiving some paperwork. Because I am here to document a public area to disseminate to the public. And that's my freedom of press. I have the right to do so. Yeah, I know. I know, Michael. Standing over here in the shade for a second, y'all, because it is warm. Library. Library. Oh, shoot. Alright, there you are. I accidentally hit a button, y'all. Yeah, that was a huge start of the fear movement. You like my patch on my bag? Come back with a warrant. And check this out, guys. This is how I roll. So I got my charge bag. This has my wire keeping my phone going. So my battery bank is in here. And as you can see, my bag has a locking device. You see? So if they want to try to get my ID, they're gonna have to get a warrant. Because anything that has a lock requires a warrant.
Yeah, he's wearing his
And then if they get in here, into my original bag, all they're gonna find is another bag with another lock.
when you have a locked bag,
And I'm not gonna say
they
how
need
many
a warrant.
locked
to get
bags
into
I have, but
So they have to get
it
a
definitely
warrant to
makes
open the
it
first
where
one.
they're gonna
There's
require at
another
least 2
one,
warrants
and
before they get to
probably
my
several
ID.
more inside of that. So if they want to get anything out of that bag, they have to get several warrants. Yeah, dude. Somebody said in the chat that they have to, that the Galveston, since this is a part of the Galveston County Library system, and that it's the head of Galveston. That's a cop right there, I think.
No.
No, that's not him. Since this is the Galveston County Library Central Branch, this is the branch that acts as the central branch of the library.
Desert Go, thank you for the $10.
The director in there, dictator I almost said, the director in there.
He pretty much is a dictator.
Yeah, he's a fucking dick.
Dictator.
Yeah, dictator. We sound so southern when we say it like that. He's a dictator.
Fucking bubble gum.
Oh. But yeah, he acts as
I
the
stepped in
central,
bubble gum.
he acts as the Galveston County Librarian, the head librarian of the Galveston County. What's up, guys? For everybody rolling in here, we got 102 people in the chat. More I've had the chat in a while. I think everybody's doing well today. We do have police contact right here. We got two marked vehicles.
It's harsh. Someone left a fat load sitting there. A bubble gum, that is.
Hey, you got your vial of rocks on you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, he's got his vial
Yeah, I
of
got
rocks.
my pocket vibes on me. I got a vial of rocks. I got a vial of rocks on me. Here, I'll show you all my pocket vibes today while we're waiting for these tyrants to come. After they're done twiddling their fingers and trying to figure out who has rights these days. It's funny to me, y'all, just coming out here and doing this, because it's like, I swear, you would think that like these public employees require no kind of training. It's just sad to me, really, how uneducated. I believe I have my vial of rocks in here. Yeah, sure do right here. See a chunk of silver there. There's some silver, some green peridot, some fool's gold, tiger's eye, onyx. There's some gold in there. This is my pocket vibes for the day.
What the decision's gonna be. But what's up, man? Cam? But hope everybody's doing well.
Wow, well, they are having a heck of a conversation, aren't they? Heck of a conversation in there. They must really be making some phone calls. It's the News Now Ninja, he's back. Should we just arrest his ass? Last time he made fun of Officer Childs. We didn't stop getting calls for months.
We've been to like 4 different places already today, and this is like I think our 4th.
The brand of the bag is called Skunk, Skunk Bag. And actually, the zipper here, it's a double zipper. So it's meant to be smell proof, you know what I'm saying? Trying to read some of these messages, guys. Yeah, anything will help out, guys. But no, if anybody's wanting to donate, please don't do it through the super chats. If y'all do want to do super chats to have your message
Hopefully the
highlighted,
cops
so
don't
be it.
do
But if you're wanting the money
a
to get to me
Gandalf
today, then go through my PayPal or Cash App. Could I please get my mods to please post those links. If anybody in here, just because y'all are asking, I guess I'll go ahead and say that. If anybody would like to, yeah, there's my PayPal. Thank you, Monica. And my Cash App is money symbol News Now Ninja. Pretty easy. So if y'all want to do anything, guys, it will be going in the tank to be getting out here and getting back, and for some lunch, pretty much. Anything that's sent to me, I use it while I'm out. So any donations would be much appreciated, and definitely do help. Thank you. Yeah, anybody that wants to help, guys, anything's much appreciated. It does take a lot to get out here, you know, and just do it. You know, a lot of people think this is easy. You know, they're like, you just go out, you just antagonize or blah, 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 you know, the trolls. But really, there's a lot more behind the scenes that people understand. We did our research on this building for about a week before we came, you know, and that's just one step. Then you have to get out here. Then after you get out here, you have to document. And then after you're done documenting, it's only just begun. Because now you got to get home and edit, break down the video, build intro, everything else. Do your title, description, links, playlist, tags, end screen, cards. It just never ends, you know, it just never ends. So I just received, sorry about that. Everybody back? Can I get a 1 if y'all can still see me and hear me? Sweet, thank you so much. Hey, what's up, Denver Metro, man? You've been killing it lately, brother. Love your channel, dude. Love your channel. Been doing great work. Love your style, too. I like to be better. Do better. It's brilliant. It's so peaceful, but stern. We're out here at this public library. This is actually the oldest public library, is what this thing says. We have contact. It says right here, this is the oldest free public library in Texas. Let's see what they say. So what was the verdict?
Okay, did y'all, they said they talked to somebody on the phone, but they didn't know. Did somebody call them ahead of time, asking them what their policy was?
Oh no, I just looked it up.
'Cause it
They
could've been-
pulled up their
it
policy
could
for
have
me.
been anybody.
So we did speak with the director. He's willing to. So they have this policy where they generally require.
I have the
sign
same
this.
piece of paper, but I don't ask for rights or sign papers. If everybody else in public can go in there and they're only restricting me because I have a camera, it's discrimination, and I'm gonna have to take that up in court, in civil court, against the guy here, obviously in charge. Because if I go in there right now, I'm gonna probably be arrested, correct? For trespassing?
All he's asking, let me just explain this real quick. I understand.
He's not saying that you can't. He's saying, but they just have requirements for certain stipulations. Like, yes, it's a public, it's open to the public.
It is
but
privately
it's actually
owned.
privately owned.
But it
It's not
accepts public
it's
funds,
not a government,
which makes it a limited public
government-
forum.
Yeah.
And so, like, I understand how it works. It's just like, okay,
So,
for
Ford
instance,
Factory accepts public or funds from the government as well, but you know you can't.
and so you have,
but there's
well,
still a
so check
private
this out.
entity,
For instance,
and they can set
there's
their
a building
own
right by
rules.
my house where there's a CPS office
mind
in
if I step
Lauder.
over here? It's
No stress.
kinda hot out.
Yeah, there's a building right by my house. It has, you know, it's all private building, but because they have a CPS office, I have the right to go into that building, and anywhere on the way to that office, right, is publicly accessible because they open themselves up to public once they accept the public funds. And I've already gone through that with the officers in Houston, and they learned, and they eventually you're going to contact the DA. The DA is going to tell you, you're trying to do what? We can't arrest this guy for just taking pictures, right? I have to do something else. And so, like, they're wrong about this policy. My only question is he saying that I'm trespassing from this building?
So he wants this filled out, and he's willing to waive any of everything else.
I refuse to fill out a paper to ask for rights, though.
Well, they're not. Like, it's.
I'm not asking for a membership.
Like I said, like the beaches out. We have west beaches that are prohibited from certain traffic.
But while it's open to
Yet-
public, they
yet
can take pictures,
handicapped
right?
People have a caveat that allows them to do it. Now, they can still go on the beach, but they have restrictions on how they go about it.
Is that
He's not
law or
telling
is that
you.
policy?
He's not.
Because we're talking a policy compared to law.
That's what I'm saying. Is
we subscribe to law.
He's not telling you can't go in there. He's saying you can go in there. You can even take photos, but they have requirements to do it. It's just like if I go to the store, it's open to the public. I sell stuff, but I still have requirements. Like someone have no shirt, no
I understand
shoes,
where you're going with this, but I went through their policies and procedures.
He's not prohibiting you for going. He's just telling you their entity has a specific requirement.
But what
so
I'm
if
saying
you try
is-
to say, I want to do this, but I want to do anything you
hold this?
require,
I got you.
well, then it's still, y'all end up at a stalemate. He's
Well,
not
this is not
telling
a
you that
stalemate.
you're not
This
allowed.
is where he is
He's
infringing.
not telling you you're not allowed. He's just saying that
sir,
they have requirements.
This is
to
not a
do it.
stalemate.
what's up, James
this is
Freeman?
him. This is him infringing on my rights to tell me that I can't exercise something like freedom in a public accessible area, right? And so this thing that you're trying to hand me, see this?
Well, it gets into a
This
very vague
this here is for if I'm wanting to do commercial photography inside this building. I don't want to do commercial photography, and I'm going to go back in this building.
Well, see, here's what I'm not going to get it because they don't know.
Oh
Whoa.
shoot, sorry.
Whoa. I
Sorry.
think because they don't know what something will be used for after the fact.
And that doesn't matter to them. They don't need to know. It's not none of their business. Do we not
Right,
have
well,
the?
so if they.
I have the right to be secure in my person's papers.
To restricting commercial use because you said you weren't.
I'm-
But if in that.
What I'm saying
in
is,
the
do they
spirit-
ask
listen, in the
everybody in
spirit
there
of
what they're
that-
doing?
In the spirit of that, if somebody was doing commercial,
They have to ask
but
permission.
they didn't do it till afterwards, what it says is, if you were to go and do it commercial, you're saying you don't, then they would
at
have
that
some kind of
point-
recourse because you
At
signed.
that point, if I
But
was
if
to sell
you
this,
don't
say for
want to
instance,
sign ahead of time.
say for instance I was
How
a
are they
stringer.
supposed to know what you go through?
I'm
That's
explaining
why
to
they
you.
set their
I'm
policy.
gonna
Well, you only talk, but you don't receive. You're not open to any of the things. Like I said, he's not restricting you. He doesn't say he doesn't want
So
you
I'm
to
allowed
go
back in the building.
He just has specific restrictions on what, which they are a private entity.
But they accept public funds, which opens it up. It's a
Well, like
limited
he said,
public
lots
forum,
of
right?
people do, but
It's a limited
even
public
a private
forum, right?
entity, they have people that are trespassed from here lots of times.
Breaking the law.
Well, sometimes it's
Causing a disturbance,
vagrants
disorderly
that they
conduct.
don't like.
Like you can't
Because
interpret a
If you're
a right
if they
into a
say
criminal activity.
that you refuse to follow their policies, they could say, look, he's violating our policies.
What do y'all think about this
just like
officer,
something
guys?
else.
It's
I'm just trying to show
am
you
I
their
trespassed
side
from
of
this
it.
building,
I'm not
or will I be
picking-
arrested if I go back into this building taking pictures?
They're in discussion with that.
Will I be arrested
We
if I go
tried
back
to
into this
show
building
you their
taking pictures?
point, but you didn't want to hear it.
He seems more reasonable, or at least more
They're not
knowledgeable.
telling you they don't want you or allowed you to. They just want you to comply with their.
And I am.
They're
That is
regular
specifically for commercial purposes, and I just don't really want to go through all this.
You don't mind waiting out here while I go talk to the director?
Please, thank you, sir.
Did y'all want video any restricted areas, offices?
No. And we're actually, if we can just get done with our last room, we got the entire tour because he told us we could, and then he came to us at the last room and started screaming at me. And so we politely stepped outside so we could de-escalate.
Well, that's
hopefully
what
get
we
to the bottom of it.
specifically asked him. I was like, you don't have any resistance to them photographing the last room? And he said, no, but I would like them to follow the regular policy that we apply to everybody. That's
Supervisor,
it.
to dispel his scarce or whatever it was, his fears, I even gave him my email address and my YouTube channel name before I walked around and took pictures.
Okay,
I wasn't trying to hide nothing
Let me
from
go
the
talk
guy.
to him if y'all don't mind just waiting.
Yeah, thank you. All right, guys, it seems like the supervisor's going to go try to de-escalate because he knew about restricted areas and stuff. That's good.
James Freeman's in my chat.
Hey, James Freeman, welcome to the show, bro. All right, guys, we got 248 in here, 200 thumbs ups. Let's get those numbers to match up. Now we got 3 officers going back in to speak with the director again. Hopefully we can get to the bottom of this without any arrest having to happen. Because unless they tell me I can't go back in that building under threat of arrest, I'm going back in it. I mean, y'all know the way I roll. Y'all know it. Stand over here in the shade. It's crazy what you have to go through to take pictures of a wall. It's really insane. You just try to go take a picture of a wall, boom! You should see.
watching us right now in there.
You should have seen this dude's mask. I mean, it was insane. No, I'm gonna let him. Leon, I know you just want me to run in right now, brother. I know you want me to run in. But see, I carry myself and do things a little different. See, if they're able to I'm giving them the chance to do what's right without me having to force them. I'm giving them the chance, and I always give every person a chance to do what's right. It's once they don't do what's right when more of those just walk in and those kind of things start happening, you know? I always try to give the chance, though, to do what's right, guys. People make mistakes. Not everybody knows everything. Not one of any of us knows everything, and it's really easy to make mistakes or just misread something or not understand something clearly. So I try to give a little leniency there. I try to be respectful. I try to give people the chance to do what's right first. Now, if they don't do what's right, that's when, you know, you got to step it up. Yeah, Leslie, it's not worth it, you know, and like I was saying earlier, I can handle this without getting cuffed. It's getting cuffed, yeah, it makes, you know, y'all enjoy it because you get to watch me get handcuffed, but you have to understand that when that happens, there's months and sometimes years of paperwork that has to be done, and if I can resolve this and educate this building without anybody being damaged or anybody being charged or anything, I'm always going to take that route. I'm always going to try to do it the non-violent way and peaceful way, and just hope that they do what's right. If they don't do what's right, that's going to be on them. We have a fourth officer responding.
We got a commander. We have a supervisor. Now we got a commander. We just drove by.
So we got 2 officers, a supervisor. This is the supervisor vehicle.
Yeah. If it would have said 1776 for the supervisor number, I would have said it was Providence, but it says 1786.
It's 1786 here. This is the supervisor's vehicle. Then we have just 2 regular officers, and then a commander just pulled around this corner over here. Let's see if he's getting out and going in. It appears he kept rolling. Unless he went around the other side of the building. Yeah, he must have turned right and gone around the other side of the building, possibly be coming from this way.
Later, guys.
Later on, brother.
be
Thank
safe.
you for your help. Yeah. I think that we're getting somewhere because the supervisor just got here and he's like, I got to go talk to the person because, you know, it says right here it's the oldest library in Texas, like that's public and free.
But what you guys do is necessary, especially in this day and age.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yeah, check it out. News Now Ninja. You'll see you on there, brother.
I got a card, yeah.
Yep, you got my card? Awesome.
All right, that guy right there, he's an employee here. That's the guy that just went in. If you're just not getting in, he works the desk right inside this door to the left. And he's a supporter. He's actually a subscriber. He watches us. And so when the director walked up and asked him to call the cops, he was smiling because he knew. He was like, okay, I'll call the cops. How's it going, Commander? Blessed, brother, blessed. I'm hoping we can get to the bottom of all this. We're just trying to finish up our tour and get out of here.
All right. Let me see what's going on.
Yes, sir. It seemed like the supervisor was doing a great job.
Yeah. We're trying to go all the way up and change the chief.
I doubt we'll get the chief, but you
I
never
know.
know. It depends. I've already threatened litigation to the director, you know, and so
Yeah,
I'm sure that he told his attorney, the district attorney, or whoever the hell the attorney
Yeah, I
is.
think I will agree that this is a private business, but at the same time, they accept public funding. You know, and he openly admitted it. And I also acts as the Galveston County Library system, and it's public.
Everybody, I saw that a couple people sent some cash apps. Thank you so much for those donations. I didn't get to see the names because it's really glary out here. I wish I could show y'all what my screen looks like. I'm in the shade and I'm still just looking at a reflection of myself.
Bro, that is hilarious. Good one, News. That homeless scrubble, he said, how hot is it out there? Is the bacon gonna sizzle?
Hey, homeless Scrubbelow, brother. Good to see you, man. Much motherfucker with the crown love.
It absolutely is distinct. But as you saw, that one employee, that guy that we just talked to.
So this is what we run into, guys, is that you have these private companies that want to accept public funds, but they don't want to accept the public scrutiny that comes with the public funds whenever they treat the public like crap. And so I'm really hoping that we can get to the bottom of this. I'm hoping these supervisors can better educate this director that, like, we're allowed to take pictures, you know? And I told this director in the beginning, he's like, stop your camera now or I'm gonna call the cops. And I was like, well, you're gonna have to call the cops, dude. Y'all will see in all the static. I won't stop my camera because someone tells me to. I will never go, oh, yes, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me stop my camera. Never. Never once in my life will I ever do that. Ever. Never. No way. Walk up and tell me to turn off my camera. Turn off your brain, because obviously it's dumb. Haha, what's up, Scrubbelow? Oh, damn, I almost stepped in that same fucking piece of... I almost stepped in that same piece of gum. We had 254, 238 thumbs ups, guys. If you're just now getting in, please hit that thumbs up. We have 4 officers now. We have 2 normal officers, a supervisor, and a commander. We're out here in Galveston, Texas, at the Rosenberg Library. This is the oldest functioning free public library in Texas that's still open. Yeah, it's the headquarters building for the library system, and there's a little like museum type area where they have a bunch of cool stuff in there. Yeah, I'm trying, Melanie. Yes, it is public, Stanley.
They're like all 4 of them are standing right there at the doors.
Love Galveston. Yeah, I love Galveston too, but I like
Private
freedom.
because it's privately owned, and
Oh, they freaked out because they didn't think we could take pictures.
what?
Yeah, there's like a museum and a bunch of cool shit in there, so, you know, we went to take pictures, and the director started threatening us with arrest. They called the cops on us because we're just journalists taking pictures.
We got 2 regular officers, supervisor.
Isn't that insane? It's crazy, right?
For guys taking videos.
So they're trying to find out if they're going to trespass us for public photography. It's nuts, but it's fun. Here's Henry Rosenberg, guys. Yeah, I'm live streaming it to my audience, and you know, even they're in shock. We got 4 officers right inside. They're supposed to be talking to the director, guys. For everybody that's just getting in here, the director's name is Michael Miller. He's the one that called armed people on the camera. 409-763-8854.
Okay, guys. I think the supervisor worked something out. He's going to explain it to you.
All right. What's going on, brother?
All right, guys, y'all can continue. Just stay in public areas. You know, don't antagonize any staff
No,
or
sir.
anything like that. Just stay in the. If you see any restricted areas or do not enter, don't.
No, sir.
Attempt that. Just finish up what y'all gotta do.
Sweet. Thank you so much,
All right.
brother. How do I pronounce your name?
McDermott.
McDermott. Hey, y'all have a blessed day, guys. And who were you, Commander?
Lieutenant Larry Chambers.
Lieutenant Larry Chambers, guys. Hey, y'all make sure and give these guys, like I always say, everybody, it's easy to call in and complain and mess with them and say, you're a piece of crap. But you know what? When we do good, you don't always get told when you do good. So, guys, let these guys know that they did a great job today.
Thanks, sir.
And here we go. Let's continue.
Here we go.
You see? You give people to do what's right. Sometimes it can be handled without the arrest. I am doing a victory lap, guys. I'm already live with y'all. And so now y'all are gonna get the full tour again because they told me I couldn't. Now it's time for the full tour again. Where's the history, guys? Yeah, this is a very beautiful building, y'all. The oldest functioning free public library in Texas, I believe. Huh? It's privately owned, but it accepts public funding. And so it opens it up to the public. It's private, but it's a public, it limits in public forum, is what it's considered. I'm sorry? They kick you out of the gazebo? For what? Just for being there? I'll go check it out. Alright, I got some intel. Hey, so it turns out they have a gazebo right across the way, and that lady said that they kick them out of that gazebo all the time just for being there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, sorry about that. I had a technical call with who it was.
Oh, it's upside down, huh? So since they told us we can't, I'm doing a full victory lap again. Go ahead and finish the education process here. Hey, Landmark, thank you so much. It's hard to imagine a more stupid or more dangerous way of making decisions
Is it still buffering almost?
than by putting those decisions in the hands of people who pay no price for being wrong. Thank you so much for that $10 donation. Yep.
People said my life's cut now because I'm sure it's pretty hot.
I think mine's still going. Guys, can I get a 1 in the comment section if my live stream is clear?
How could someone think? I mean, I'm not very harvest.
Being followed. It's alright. Yeah, more need to watch and learn how I handled that. You don't always have to be violent. You don't always have to get arrested. There's ways to do it right. And you just witnessed. Just send him over to mine.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna talk about there.
Yeah, the people on my stream are saying you're buffering. What I do is I try to just close it down and reopen it.
Alright guys, we just got off the live stream there. You can see all this beautiful currency from the Confederacy. I love looking at old money all the time. Couldn't show you that before.
Yet today they learned that policy does not trump law. I even made them, I even made them bring up their policy. And then they were sitting there scratching their heads still, and then panicked.
It's like bowling balls.
That dude was panicked when he came in.
He's freaking out.
He's like hyperventilating.
I've got video. I got the whole video.
With him shaking.
I'm standing there like this. He's standing here. You're standing here.
He came up right on side me. I was like,
He's like, I'm not pressing your stomach.
that's crazy. Do a little walk down the aisles, guys. So today, I got a cannon underneath. I got a 360. I got a 360 on a tripod right here, just in case I want to drop it. And then I got a body cam actually in my bag if I need it. So I could be rolling like 5 recording devices technically. If I was to use a couple of my audio recording, I have some audio recording devices. I probably have, I'd say, close to 30 hours worth of memory combined, or 35 hours worth of memory combined, and probably around 24, 25 hours worth of batteries.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Look at that. That's nice.
It's beautiful. I guess it's supposed to be.
Well, guys, for those of you that called, I'm guessing it worked. Let me go ahead and get y'all on downstairs. Check out. He's a little mad. His butt hurt. He's wrong, huh? I'm glad we got all that handled today, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, had to get some still pictures. And just a couple more little cool things to show y'all. And that's pretty much it for this little library here. Little awards, and they got a lizard.
Actually, technically, it's a skink.
A skink. You sleepy sleep.
Yeah, at first I thought they said they don't feed her, but they do. And it's like we're trying to monitor her diet. Because they'll eat pretty much anything. They eat leaves, veggies. They'll eat anything. Fruit.
I'll throw some leaves in there for it. I got some leaves you'll like, buddy. Here. Hi, my name is Rose. I'm a blue-tongued skink. If y'all want to pause this to learn about Rose and Rosenberg Library, it's all there. This is our little children's area.
But it wouldn't be very nice to go. It will probably get
I guess version 2 is. Oh, am I gonna hang it?
All right, well, that was like over an hour of a learning process, guys, but we were able to get it done and it's all over. So sadly, it took like a 30-minute interaction with the officers, but we were able to inform the director and the employees that we have the right to do so when it comes to us taking pictures. It's the brand over there. I have been trying to learn some sign language. You ready? All right, let's go ahead and get on out of here.
Awesome.
Y'all have a blessed day, guys. Oh, what was that of the main guy's name? The first guy I spoke with. James. Actually, does he have a card or something so I can reach back out to him? What was his last name? You know? There's a million Jameses. My name is James. Could you ask him if I could talk to him real quick, just so I can get his name? I'd like to know who I spoke with, if possible. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. If he refuses to come out, I'll just find him online. But if you'd like to be professional and shake my hand, we can fix it proper, you know? Tell him I'd like to have a peaceful separation. I'd like to shake his hand and, you know, get out of here respectfully. Yeah. Try to shake this man's hand. that I had to educate today. What is this, dude? Oh, this is cool. These are free? Sweet. I'm gonna get one of these. Gives you a map of some cool stuff around here. I know most of the stuff, guys, but you know how it is. Even when you're from somewhere, you see those things that, like, you know, you've just never done before, and you're like, I never even knew that was there.
Was it a map?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Of different. They have axe throwing? Oh.
I didn't even know they did the axe throwing here. Huh. Oh, that's cool. Oh. That's the downtown district.
Where are we at?
We're. Wait, the library's right in
There
here.
should be a
somewhere.
"You are here," right? Museum.
We're on Rosenberg Street, so wherever Rosenberg Street is. We're not towards. We're closer this way than we are.
No?
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Hey, you were amazing, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah. You were good too, brother. Thank you for being professional. What was James's last name? Mars? Cool. Thank you so much, brother. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and conclude this stop. As you can see, they were uneducated on the situation. They didn't know about public photography here at the Rosenberg Library. It took a couple hours of work, but we were able to educate them. And we are smooth on out of here, guys. Much love, much appreciation. If you're in here and you haven't already hit the thumbs up, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. If you like this type of content, don't forget to share it with all your friends. Everything helps with the algorithm. So y'all have a blessed day. Thank you for joining me. And y'all stay tuned for this static footage of before what y'all have seen, because it gets insane. Much love, world. Thank you for the continuous love and support. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
See you later.